Remember that great plan Donald Trump had, remain in Mexico? Citizenship pending? You can't just run around America as a non-citizen? Well, Joe Biden finally figured out that's a pretty good idea. Now, the first thing he did when he got into office was reverse every good idea Donald Trump had. And now that the reality of the mess at the border has set in, finally, they're reinstating this remain in Mexico policy. Now, he was also encouraged by a federal judge to do this, and they worked out a deal with Mexico, and that's what's going to happen. Hey, if President Trump had remained in office, we wouldn't have had any of these problems. That's true. So I want to bring in Brandon Judd, National Border Patrol Council President. Brandon, welcome back. This is quite the reversal from the Biden team.
It is a reversal, but let me be clear. None of our agents, myself included, have heard that they're in fact going to reinstate this program yet. So no programs, no policies, nothing has come down to the agents saying this is how we're going to implement this, this is what we're going to do. So I still have a great deal of skepticism on whether or not this administration is in fact going to properly re-implement this program and that it's going to work the way it did under President Trump. I'm hoping that it's going to, but we have no reason to believe that it is.
Well, that sounds a lot like the Biden administration. Leak it to the fake news first and tell the guys who actually have to make it happen. Tell them later, or they'll figure it out for themselves. So the word is they're going to formally, they'll have some sort of announcement tomorrow afternoon. You know, it's late in the week, Friday, bury it, that kind of thing. I mean, you really do think, though, that this could all fall apart? Are you optimistic or what?
Well, I'm always going to be optimistic. I'm always looking for the best. I want the border secured. Our agents want the border secured. The American public, your viewers, want the border secured. We all want that. So, of course, I'm going to be optimistic. I just have to look at the way this administration has run the border into the ground to this point, and I have to say, is it really going to happen? The if is always going to be there, and we have to wait and see.
All right. By the way, we also saw what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the rest said about those Border Patrol officers on horseback.
There will be consequences. It's an embarrassment, but it's beyond an embarrassment. It's dangerous. It's wrong.
Human beings should not be treated that way, and as we all know, it also evoked images of some of the worst moments of our history, where that kind of behavior has been used against the indigenous people of our country, has been used against African Americans during times of slavery.
That is unacceptable. That is not what our policies and our training require.
Brandon Judd, just how wrong were each of those people?
Those are three of the most powerful people in the entire world, and yet they jumped to conclusions. They did not even allow an investigation to go forward to find out the facts, to find out if in fact there was any wrongdoing. They are flat out wrong. This does not harken back to slavery age. This is a law enforcement tactic. This is what is used in order to control a very dangerous situation. We have to remember that these Horse Patrol agents, they had nearly 14,000 people at their backs. They had several hundred people that were trying to cross the border illegally, and they were caught in the middle of those two very large groups. This was a very volatile situation. It could have exploded at any moment, and that's why there were so many DPS officers at the scene at the time. So to have three of the most powerful people in the world already jump to conclusions, jump to judgments, there is no way that we can possibly expect that there is going to be a fair and impartial investigation. These investigators are part of the executive branch. Their jobs are dependent upon whether or not they please this administration. There is no way we can expect that a fair and impartial investigation is going to come of this because of the words of the president himself.